So today we are learning how to do the chain stitch. This is one stitch that was quite late to my repertoire. So we're going to bring our thread through the fabric and then we're going to go back down the same hole we came up through, okay? But just use your fingers to hold on to that thread and create a little loop. Now we're going to bring the needle back through the fabric. Just careful you don't pull too tight or too quickly. Once you've got the needle through, keep pinching that loop. We're going to bring the needle through the loop and then pull it gently but firmly. That's our first chain, done. Now the hole we've just come up through, we're going to return the needle through to make our second loop, okay? So we just thread through that needle, through the fabric, holding onto the thread so we create the loop so it doesn't go back through the fabric. There we go, that's our second loop. We're going to bring the needle up, making a third hole in the fabric, and we're going to push the needle through the loop of our second loop, okay? There we go, that's our second chain stitch. Now ideally you want each chain link to be the same length, but don't worry if they're not. So we're going to return the needle now through the hole we just came up through to make our third loop, which will be our third step in the chain. We'll bring the needle back through the fabric, loop it through the loop, and that's our third chain done. I'm going to do one final one. Return the needle through the hole you came up in. Keep that loop there. Then when we bring the needle through the fabric on its return, we're just going to loop that needle through the loop that we've made. Yeah, make sure you don't pull it too tight. There we go. And there we go, that's 4. Now just to anchor, you can obviously make this as long as you want, but I've done 4 stitches here. To anchor it, we're just going to make a little anchor at the end of the chain stitch. So just going to the left, quite tight to the loop, and that's it anchored. So that's a chain stitch going from right to left. Now we're going to try from left to right. It's the same principle. So we're going to bring our thread through the fabric. Then we're going to return the needle through the hole we just made, okay? And we're just going to pinch onto that thread to keep a loop there. There we go, you can just see it on camera. Great, lovely. We're going to bring the needle up through, and this time to save time, I've just brought the needle straight up through the loop. We're going to go back down through the hole we just made, making sure to keep that loop there. Move along to the right hand side, loop the needle through the hole, through the loop, sorry, and then bring it back down through the hole we just made, making sure we hold on to the thread to create that loop. Then we're going to bring up the needle one final time. We're going to put that needle through the loop. Oh, my loop got twisted, but don't worry, just take your time. We're going to hook that loop through the needle and pull, and then a little stitch at the end just to anchor. And there we are, the chain stitch. Enjoy!